Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Elijah here, and as you can tell from the title of the video, today we're going to be talking about genetic advantages some of your favorite athletes have. So without further ado anyway, let's get straight to it. Athletes participate in a variety of sporting competitions, such as running, jumping, and swimming. There are winners and losers in each of these competitions. Athletes with exceptional performances have been known to emerge victorious, and some of these athletes have broken records multiple of times. For example, Usain Bolt, arguably the greatest sprinter of all time, set the world record for fastest 100 meters with a time of 9.58 seconds. Now it made me ask the question, what determines an ultimate athlete? Is it genes or the intensity of their training? The findings indicate that both genes and training influence athletic performance. So with all of that said and done anyway, the first athlete that we're going to talk about is Michael Phelps. Michael Fred Phelps is an American former competitive swimmer. Michael Phelps holds the all-time record for Olympic gold medals with 23. Michael Phelps has won 82 medals in major international long course competitions, of which 65 were gold, 14 silver, and 3 were bronze. Like on a real G, Michael Phelps is the definition of him. So I'm gonna quickly talk about biomechanics, and trust me G, this is all gonna make sense here, so bear with me in it. Biomechanics is the science of studying body movement and how bones, muscles, ligaments, and tendons collaborate to enhance movement. And according to researchers, a long arm and torso are ideal features for excellent performance, and a person with these physical characteristics will therefore more likely be an excellent swimmer. A swimmer's long arms aid in producing a strong stroke, pause, and a long torso lessens the drag on a swimmer. Michael Phelps is 6'4" and has a torso proportional to an individual who is 6'8". On top of that, Michael's legs are proportional to someone who is 5'9". These features give him an exceptional high torso to leg ratio. Additionally, his feet also give him an advantage while swimming. Michael Phelps' feet size is 14, which allows him to place more thrust into the water while kicking. So the next athlete that we're going to talk about is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The freak.
Stop! What is wrong with you?
He could be a freak on the court and on the shit, you know what I'm saying?
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a Greek-Nigerian professional basketball player for the Milwaukee Bucks. For his size, speed, strength, and country of origin have earned him the nickname the Greek Freak. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest power forwards of all time. Giannis has won consecutive MVP awards, one in 2019 and another in 2020, joining Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and LeBron James as the only players in NBA history to win 2 MVPs before turning 26. Giannis has also been named NBA Defensive Player of the Year in 2020, becoming only the 3rd player after Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon to win both awards in the same season. Giannis is 6'11" tall and has an enormous wingspan. Of 7'3". Longer wingspans allow players to contest shots, deflect passes, and block shots more successfully. This makes it harder for opponents to score and can disrupt the offensive flow. Players with longer arms can reach farther and higher to grab rebounds. This can result in additional second chance points and is essential for holding onto possessions. Giannis also has a 13-inch Achilles tendon. And for the people who don't know what an Achilles tendon is, I'm gonna quickly break it down for you. The Achilles tendon is the tendon at the back of your leg, right above your ankle, and it connects your calf muscle to your heel bone. And what tendons do is let your bones move as your muscles tighten and relax. You use your Achilles tendon when you walk, run, jump, climb stairs, and stand on your tiptoes. And Giannis has a 13-inch Achilles tendon, which can be very helpful for athletes. This is because longer Achilles tendons appear to generate more power. This is because they stretch more. Achilles tendon length is directly related to maximum vertical jump and sprinting speed. Think of it this way, the more longer an elastic is, the more energy it can store. so it can snap back to its original length with more power compared to a short elastic. Giannis's hands are also 9.85 inches long and 12 inches wide. Larger hands provide a better grip and control over the basketball, making it easy to handle the ball, execute dribbles, and perform advanced moves like crossovers. So the third athlete that we're going to talk about, and it's a D1 crash out, and that person is Jon Jones. Jon Jones is an American professional mixed martial artist signed to the UFC. Jon Jones right now is the UFC heavyweight champion, and before that Jon Jones was the UFC light heavyweight champion from 2011 to 2015 and from 2018 to 2020. Jon Jones became the youngest champion in UFC history with his title victory over Mauricio Rora at age 23. Jon Jones holds many records in the light heavyweight division, including the most title defenses, most wins, and longest win streak. Jon Jones has the second longest wingspan in UFC history, with a wingspan of 84.5 inches. A longer wingspan gives a fighter a greater reach, allowing them to hit their opponent from distance while staying out of the opponent's striking range. In a grappling and clinch situation, a longer wingspan can provide better leverage for applying submissions. And when we look at Jon Jones' calves, Jon Jones has high calf insertions. High calf insertions generally result in a longer Achilles tendon. A longer tendon can store and release elastic energy more effectively, contributing to more faster and explosive movements. I believe anyway, right now we are on our fourth athlete. The athlete that we're going to talk about anyway is Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is a retired Jamaican sprinter and is widely regarded as one of the greatest sprinters of all time. An 8-time Olympic gold medalist, Bolt is the only sprinter to win Olympic 100 and 200 meter titles at 3 consecutive Olympics. One in 2008, another in 2012, and a third time in 2016. 90% of running speed is attributed to stride length. And for the guys who don't know what stride length is, basically, right, it's the distance from where one foot leaves the ground to where it lands again. Other elite sprinters average 44 steps running 100 meters. However, Bolt averages 41 steps. Because of Bolt's longer legs, he's able to cover more ground with each step.
So Bolt is the greatest ever because he covered ground like that tractor wheel, but his turnover was more like a Mini Cooper. Think of every time that big tractor wheel turns. Think of how much ground that's gonna cover, and now you get it really spinning. That thing is really gonna be covering ground.
Somebody 6'5" is not supposed to be able to turn his legs over like somebody 5'9".
6'5", his stride length is this big and mine's this big, so he covers a lot more ground than I cover, so that's where his advantage comes in.
And even his coaches went on to say his technique isn't the best. He has a lot of lateral movements and is slow out of the blocks. The reason why Usain Bolt is the GOAT anyway is because he's been able to optimize how he moves to his height and weight to perfect his running speed. Traditionally, height has been seen as a detriment to sprinting. This is because taller athletes generally have more body mass, which makes it harder for them to accelerate quickly. So the last athlete that we're going to talk about is Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall is a British media personality and retired strongman. Eddie Hall holds the all-time deadlift record at 500 kg. Eddie Hall is also known for winning the 2017 World's Strongest Man competition. Now, Eddie has something called the Hercules gene. This gene allows him to build more muscle mass than the average human being. People with this gene also tend to be stronger. The thing about the human body is that it has internal mechanisms set up to prohibit us from developing too much muscle mass. This is because having too much muscle can put stress on other parts of our body, like our bones. Myostatin limits the amount of muscle we put on. And the MSTN gene gives the instruction for how much myostatin to produce. And those with the Hercules gene have an abnormal or mutated MSTN gene that causes the body to produce lower levels of myostatin. If you made it to the end of this video, I want to say thank you so much, guys. You guys mean the absolute world to me. Honestly, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.